Collin Sexton, how are you, man? Welcome to the game. I hope you're doing well, man.
I'm good.
It's pretty fun to hang out with all these Crimson Tide fans. And, a couple of minutes ago, I was sitting here, and these little kids were walking up and getting autographs. And, it almost takes me back to my childhood when we were getting those little autographs and pictures and different photos and opportunities.
Right. It's very cool because you remember growing up, you was one of those kids and looking up to somebody and always wanted to be that person. So it just feels so good to be a role model to these kids.
Maybe going back to childhood, who was some of those role models that you looked up to, maybe in the basketball side of things or even outside of basketball?
I would say I was out of Kobe Bryant. That's my favorite player. I always loved the way he played with passion and the reason why he plays. He's just like a different person on the court as opposed to off the court. On the court, he has like the killer mentality, which that I bring also. So similar.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you a little conversation here. Julio Jones earlier, when he came to the University of Alabama, Alabama was not Alabama what we know on the football side of things. Okay, we were 7-6. We had just hired Nick Saban. We'd been through a little, rut.
Right.
He took this program. Julio Jones committed to the University of Alabama, Nick Saban, and Nick Saban built a dynasty. It was a foundation. I look at Collin Sexton committing to Avery Johnson and looking at issuing an instant stamp of approval over this program with Avery Johnson and the Alabama basketball team. Is it fair for me to say that? The credibility that you guys, major players, five-star players say, University of Alabama is where I want to come and obviously give my launching pad to the next level.
It's huge because when we all sat down and talked to each other, we all trusted what Coach was going to do for us this season. He told us just to buy in and always want to learn, and he was going to teach us. Since he did that, we made it to NCAA tournament for the first time since 2012, and then also got a win since 2006. So that's big. That's a long time.
But what was it about Avery Johnson who sold Collin Sexton to come to Tuscaloosa, Alabama to play basketball?
I would say he just told me up front what he was going to do for me, what he could help me with, and not telling me what I already know that I'm pretty good at. He always told me what he could help me, or if he watched the game, he always said, I felt like you could have did this better, or you could have made a few more decisions, which when you're trying to decide schools, you have to look who's going to give you the true advice and not just a yes man. So
is it helpful, and that's what I was trying to compare to, is looking at what your time here at the University of Alabama, reestablishing a program in Alabama basketball so rich in tradition when you look at the history, and look at Avery Johnson. We're seeing him build something special here at the University of Alabama. Would you agree?
Absolutely. I feel like since he's been here, we're just going straight up. We're going up. This year we made it pretty good. We made a good spot. We haven't been there, so I feel like the guys next year are just going to grow, become better, and also they're going to trust each other more, because once we started trusting each other, in the end we started winning, and like we all had to know, we had to all buy in, you know what I mean? So I would say he just the culture here is different.
I love his personality. His energy is so contagious. You know what I mean? Like, I've often said on the radio that I think it's impossible to have a bad day if you're hanging around Coach Avery, because he has that energy in a room. He just lifts the spirits. Is that the same way from the player?
Absolutely. Everybody, we know Coach Avery's going to yell, scream, but he's always going to lift you up no matter what. He's always going to have your back, especially like in the game. If you're messing up, he's always going to come to you, correct this, you should do this, stuff like that. So we just know that if he's yelling, don't take it any type of way, because everybody knows that he's always going to lift you back up.
Is he a hard coach to deal with? I mean, is he players coach? I mean, because he looks like he demands a lot, but he also has that personality that, you have that personal connection as well.
Absolutely. We like to have fun. He likes to have fun. So I would say it just goes hand to hand.
Let me ask you, when you look at what he's been able to accomplish in his playing days, Did that have a role in your decision to come to the University of Alabama?
Absolutely, because he played at the next level and he coached at the level that I want to be in God's plan a few months. So I just say, like, he told me what he could help me with, and since he's been there, I trusted him.
What's your favorite Avery Johnson story? Something that you could share behind the scenes, that maybe a funny moment or just something that allows us to see, that program and Coach Avery.
I would say him lacing up his shoes, trying to get in practice with us.
Hold on a minute. So, can he still play?
Yeah, he can still play a little bit.
Can he take you? I mean,
no.
Okay.
Yeah, but he can play.
Okay. So where's he dangerous at? Outside in the perimeter, or is he a driver?
Driver, getting in the paint, passing a little bit.
That's what he's known for, right?
Right.
Known for. We're talking to Collin Sexton here on Tide 102.9. All right, so walk us through the decision to put your name in the NBA hat in the NBA draft.
I just talked to my family and then also the coaching staffs about it once the season was over, waited, and then they told me it was the right time, and they felt like they was going to be behind me regardless of the situation. They was there with me, and then also I talked to like the academics at Alabama. They told me I can always come back and finish and get my degree, which was important. So,
well, I think it's no doubt a huge block for you as far as a building block on your playing days. What are you hearing out there as far as NBA draft, and how can you block that out and just kind of focus on training and those type of things?
That stuff I don't really worry about at all. I take it day by day, and I just focus on what I can control, and that's working hard every day, doing everything the right way, and that's big.
What is the training process like? What's your average day when you go through right now and you continue to work?
Weights actually with Julio. We got weights with Julio, and then I get on the basketball court.
So you talking about Julio Jones? I mean, that guy's
he's an animal. He works. But
he talked about the work ethic that was established here that has continued at the NFL.
You could say like here everybody wants to come back and work because they know we have one of the hardest working groups here, whether it's basketball or football.
Who do you think you model your game after? I mean, if Collin Sexton is trying to describe the game that he plays, who do you think you model your game after? Who's a guy that I know you talked about Kobe Bryant earlier, but is there somebody currently in the NBA that you think that you're similar to?
I like Chris Paul and Westbrook, and then also I just like the heart that Allen Iverson brought when he played. He gave up. He like came into every game prepared, ready to play. So.
What's when you look at your favorite team, and I know that may not go into the NBA draft, but who did you grow up pulling for?
The Lakers.
Okay.
Kobe Bryant.
Well, now my producer Marquise Munson is a gigantic Laker fan. Okay, I hear all about the Lakers. I hear all about Kobe Bryant. I mean, like I feel like I'm a Laker fan by default of hanging out with this guy 20 hours a week.
Right.
So you Laker fans, it's just something about y'all, man. Y'all are unique.
Yeah, but I'm also a Hawks fan, ride or die Hawks and Falcons, regardless. No matter what, I'm rooting for them against anybody.
Well, man, I am excited to talk with you. Thank you again for swinging by. I mean, listen, I love to see these Alabama guys have success, and not just when we talk about basketball, but the leadership and being able to get – I mean, I'm excited to see what you guys are able to do, post-basketball, but I'm excited to see you on the court, man. I mean, it's been a long time since we watched the NBA draft. In the first few picks, we're going to see that Script A Alabama logo pop up on the page. That's going to be exciting for a lot of us here in Tuscaloosa.
Yes, sir. That's the plan.
Well, hey, congrats to you. Best of luck to you. We're pulling for you in Tuscaloosa. Thanks for swinging by and saying hello. And
yes, sir.
We certainly appreciate you swinging by and saying hello. Thank you, sir.
Thank y'all.